Restoring Men in History. Newsweek, Brett Cooper, Truth, Beauty, Goodness, Truth. And we're going to pop back. We originally did this original Newsweek piece, the male gaze, Sydney Sweeney, where Newsweek attacked her, so we wanted to get into that. And now we're coming back to this Newsweek piece, and we've got some great clips from Brett Cooper, as well as just good information from the article. We wanted to follow up, because we did the male gaze by Newsweek, and they're still attacking beauty. So we've got about 5 clips from Brett Cooper. Let's go to clip 1.
Right, so all of this ridiculousness stems from a new article that Newsweek published over the weekend. And just listen to this headline. How hot girls became the right's new obsession. I mean, right off the bat, this is just laughable. Like, haven't people always been obsessed with hot girls regardless of their political affiliation? Like, why is this news that we need to break down? Half of my brain is saying that, and then the other half of my brain is going, silly, Brett. Obviously, we need to analyze all of this because the left has literally forgotten what hot girls look like because they don't even know what a woman is anymore. So obviously, they have to break this down.
What is a woman?
Right. Big professors, experts, bureaucrats, all either pushing an ideology on you and telling you what you know is not true, or just going along. And if they're not with it, in other words, if they're not a power of the powers that be, maybe they're just pushing it, or maybe they've just bought into it. And it's shocking to them that men are finding women attractive, which has been throughout eternity and throughout history. That's why Hollywood had beautiful leading ladies, right? And we got caught up in them, and you loved seeing the two kiss on screen, right? Because beauty attracts, and beauty is a great virtue. But Marxists and the powers that be, and many on the left and the woke, want to destroy beauty. They want to destroy truth, beauty, and goodness, and we've done a video on that. We'll get to that. But some actually buy into this nonsense and this wokeness. But people throughout the ages have been in hot girls. Let's go on to clip 2.
Is a woman. Can you tell me that?
Somebody commented and said, breaking news, men like women. Some still find this hard to understand. Very true. And saying that is probably transphobic in 2024.
It's fact. Approved fact.
So basically, this article is broken down into 3 parts where they move through this new obsession and what it means for wokeness and politics. But in the first part, they talk about Sydney Sweeney and her boobs and the hot girl phenomena that she represents. And they called in a couple of female professors to give their take. One said, the conservative hot girl, quote, isn't a particularly new phenomenon. No.
So we went over the male gaze and Sydney Sweeney in this piece. They try to attack people who even here. First, they attacked Sydney Sweeney, and we did that, and the male gaze. They attacked her. They were attacking beauty. Now they're attacking the Marxists and the cultural Marxists specifically, and the woke are attacking the men who appreciate beauty. You, the men who attack, or the women. Women appreciate beauty as well, by the way. Brett Cooper here does. Women appreciate beauty and truth, right? Because there's a truth to beauty. So truth, beauty, and goodness go together. We've done a video on that. If you like this message, please subscribe and hit the like button. We would appreciate it. But Newsweek will not quit with the attacks on beauty, truth, and goodness. So many of these, probably professors, get caught in their ivory towers and actually believing this nonsense, and they believe it's enlightening to tell you that they've discovered the secret that men are actually attracted to women. Woke people have bought into it, and they've actually started pushing it on you. They want to force you to say it. They want to force and change the standard of beauty. That's the key thing here. You know, remember all the attack on beauty. They want to change the standard and normalcy of it, just like they want to do with sex, just like they want to do with men can become women, the truth. Women can become guys, untrue, not true. So this is from the Newsweek piece, How Hot Girls Became the Right Obsession, but is really their obsession with Marxism and destroying and ugliness and trying to destroy Sweeney. You know, here's the quote. Sweeney appears to have kicked off the latest wave of conservative hot girls at a time when conventional beauty standards have been adopted as a purported antidote to wokeness. No, they have an obsession to destroy the true, the good, the beautiful. And this is part of the attack. You destroy Sydney Sweeney, you destroy beauty. You destroy beauty is the real goal. And since wokeness is trying to destroy family, women, men, wipe out women, wipe out men, and confuse, it pushes that men can be women and women can be men. Nonsense, ridiculous, not a truth. See how they push falsehoods? It's not the truth. So they push to confuse boys, confuse girls. That doesn't help them. That doesn't help anybody. That's just confusing us and creating what? Disorder, adding chaos. So beauty, normalcy, standards they are all threats to wokeness, threats to cultural Marxists, which critical theory says what? To destroy. Beauty is real, you can see it, and it's been standard throughout the definition of time. That's why you can be beautiful at all ages. If you're a woman, you can be beautiful in your 80s. I remember seeing Raquel Welch in LA one time. She was still beautiful, gorgeous. I forgot which, I think she was in her, I don't know, she was 70s or something. I forgot how old. Saw her 3 times. Every time she looked beautiful. So you can be beautiful at a very old age as a woman. You can be beautiful at all age because it's about what? Symmetry and proportion. Symmetry and proportion has been the standard which Marxism is trying to wipe out. Amy Tatum of Bournemouth University told Newsweek, quote, that this focus on hot girls is a way for the right in the U.S. to fight against perceptions of wokeness. Holding up women in a sexualized fashion could be a tactic to reinforce gender stereotypes around women's appearance. So she's probably not she's not part of the powers that be. She's just nonsensical, right? So that's just human nature. Men are attracted to women, lady. So I do think it's part of the backlash. When you push something so hard, you push through. The author of that piece, Amy Han, wrote that Sweeney knows she's admired and owns her own sex appeal with zero apologies, arguing that today's diversity, equity, inclusion advocates have discouraged admiration of beauty due to exclusivity. No. Exclusivity is just a word they came up with to destroy beauty, that the Marxists, to destroy the old customs and habits, to destroy beauty. That's what cultural Marxists do. They destroy. And they are, the funny thing about them, they're the ones who exclude people based on race, based on color, right? DEI is another Marxist tool to control, to redistribute power, wealth, and jobs. So let's go back to a little bit. We did this in the previous Sydney Sweeney piece, but let's bring it up again because I think it's important. She says, quote, men don't only like Sydney Sweeney for her boobs, they like her because she's the first starlet in a long time to unrepentantly and cheerfully chase the male gaze. Stepman wrote on X after Sweeney's SNL debut, and we covered this. She is clearly giving permission to oogle and join that feminine power, an oasis for men in a nut vice culture, laughing out loud. Well, there's much more to that. First, where does many of a woman's power come from? Her femininity, right? You're not going to challenge a masculine man with physical power. You challenge it with feminine grace and elegance. That's where a woman's power comes from. And that femininity creates a beauty, internal beauty, a softness that men are attracted to. And so men like women that are a woman and being feminine. And Sydney Sweeney, this is the point, likes being a woman and likes being feminine and likes using her beauty. We appreciate that as men. Instead of crying, complaining about it and saying, oh, I'm so hot, life's so terrible, which is ridiculous always, right? So she's embracing it and thereby making it her more attractive. So if you're a girl or a woman and you embrace it and you embrace your femininity, what makes you a woman? I guess the point is be who you are. When you're a man, be a man. When you're a woman, be a woman. When you're a man, be masculine. When you're a woman, be feminine. And that's not why you do it. You do it because that's what you are. Right? That's the order. That's nature. And you're much more attractive if you become what you're supposed to be, right? If you are what you are, really is a better way to say it. If you are what you are, you're much more attractive and you know who you are. So know yourself and be genuine. Now, we'll go to Brett Cooper's take because I think it's a good take. This is clip 3.
Now, an analyst at the Independent Women's Forum, which is just a great organization, summed this up well, saying, men don't only like Sydney Sweeney for her boobs. They like her because she is the first starlet in a long time to unrepentantly and cheerfully chase the male gaze. She is clearly giving permission to ogle and enjoy that feminine power, an oasis for men in a nut vice culture, which is just spot on because it's not just that Sydney Sweeney is beautiful and very obviously well endowed. It is the fact that she leans into this male attention with genuine enthusiasm and confidence and happiness rather than spending her time attacking white men in the patriarchy, which is what the majority of her peers do.
So we said that in the original Sydney Sweeney piece, embrace femininity and being a woman. We just said it again. Enjoy being a woman and you will be more attractive to men. And what do masculine men want to do? What do we want to do in the movies? What do we do? What do we dream about, right? Rescuing the beauty, right? Defending the town at the end. There was a meme about that came up, and it's so true, right? Because we kind of want to be the last guy defending the town while everybody gets out, and we also want to rescue the beauty. That's men. We want to go on an adventure, and we want to rescue the beauty. Let's go to clip 4.
Yeah, normal guys, like normal guys do, are going to gravitate towards normal hot chicks, and they're going to be louder about it than ever before because all of this, is what they're dealing with. Somebody commented and said, it's hilarious, but it's also profound. People who love truth also love beauty. People who embrace truth, well, their beauty shines through. And those who embrace evil, well, yeah.
So she's right on here. Saul Alinsky talked about it in Rules for Radicals. Push through, and you'll get a relapse. You'll push all the way through. And that's what they're getting. Wokeness is getting a backlash from many men that get it. So I wanted this clip of Truth, Beauty, Goodness because we talked about it a lot. We've done a whole video on it. It's called Truth, Beauty, and Goodness. You can watch it. We'll put it up here. Maybe we'll put it up here. What happened to Truth, Beauty, Goodness? We talked about that. Marxism has attacked all three. They now make up lies and throw them out. Men can be women. Women can be men. We know that's not the truth, and they want to force you to say it worse. So do we want a society of truth, beauty, goodness, or Marxism? And you have a big choice coming up as well that will move us either toward Marxism or away from Marxism on November 5th. A place of confusion or order. You're going to choose more confusion or more order. And you've seen what they've done on the border and the cities. You've seen all this chaos that the cultural Marxists confused. Why do the cultural Marxists do that at the border? It's to bring in and change you from agreeing with American principles and put you in Marxist indoctrination centers. Don't confuse girls that they can be men. Don't confuse boys that they can be girls because they can't. It's just sowing confusion and disorder. They need direction, not confusion, as we always say. But let's get back to beauty. Like we said, this is not an attack on Sydney Sweeney. It's an attack on beauty, truth, and goodness. Classical beauty can be at all ages because it's based on proportion and symmetry through the ages. So I wanted this clip of truth, beauty, goodness cut in because we talk about it so much and we believe in it. Do you want a society of truth, beauty, and goodness, or one filled with more Marxism? Because you have a choice coming up. And these are important. Where are we going as a nation? What society do we want? Beauty, based on symmetry and proportion, is still important. Truth, important. Goodness, important. Thank you. If you like our message, please like, comment, and subscribe. We would appreciate it.